Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Welcome to this channel. My name is Ogbanje Joseph. Please endeavor to subscribe to this channel. It's very important. Share, like, as well as drop a comment on the comment section. So, today we are looking at the functions, the purposes of the state. Why was the state put together? Why is the entity called the state formulated or established? Now, the purpose or the end of state has been a subject matter of endless debate among political philosophers. The question of what purpose does the state exist to serve has been asked many times in every age since human existence. There is a scholar called Anifowoshe. Anifowoshe, 1999, page 98, rightly observes that indeed the fundamental question of politics is the state, which seeks to examine whether the state should do certain things or refrain from them. Okay, so different answers have been proposed by individuals and groups according to their interests. But Anifo Eshe continues that the purpose of the state is to ensure good life. So if you are in a state and you are not actually having good life, then the essence of that state is actually defeated. How can you be in a country? You have gone to school, you have graduated, and then you have waited for a job for a very long time. No enabling environment that is created for you to actually thrive or get a job or even to stand on your own. No encouragement or whatsoever to actually stand on your feet and make progress with your life. So if the state does not ensure good life, then there is no point the state being in existence. According to John Locke, the great and chief end of men uniting into commonwealth, which is the state now, and putting themselves under the government is the preservation of their property, which is expressed as lives, liberty, and estates. Which is expressed as life, liberty, and estate. I just needed to stress that. Okay, so it is actually the protection of their property. And when you are talking about property, there are three things, according to John Locke, that actually make up the property. The first is people's lives. The second is their liberties. And the third is their estates. Okay, so now let us look at Smith. According to Smith, there are three purposes for which the state exists. And what are these three purposes? Now, they include duty to protect the society from violence and invasion of other independent societies. To protect the society from violence and invasion of other independent societies. That is external interference. Okay, that's number one. That's external interference or external aggression. That's number one. Number two, the duty to protect subjects from injustice by establishing a system of justice, and duty of erecting the and maintaining certain public works, okay, an institution that will cater for the well-being of the subjects. So I have talked about number one, which is actually to protect the society from violence and invasion. Number two, to protect the subjects from injustice, okay. And then number three, erecting and maintaining certain public works and institutions that will cater for the well-being of the subjects. So those are the three things that Smith 1976 actually talked about. Okay, now let us look at Apadorai. Now, according to Apadorai, say the state is nothing but a natural institution for for preventing one man from infringing on the rights of another man. Okay, so the state ensures that there is security of lives and property of the people, so that other people do not infringe on the rights of other people, but particularly those who are actually weak in the society. Okay, now according to Jeremy Bentham and John Stuart Mills, now these scholars are actually called, you understand, the utilitarian school of thought. Okay, and they are very big, okay, on looking at the purpose of state, and they said that the state exists only to provide the greatest happiness to the greatest number of individuals under its jurisdiction. So if there's going to be public works, if there's going to be public policy, if there's going to be projects that are contemplated to be implemented in a state, it should actually ensure the greatest happiness for the greatest number of individuals under the jurisdiction of the state. So if there are public works, policies and programs and projects that do not ensure the greatest happiness for the greatest number, then the state does not have business in it. Okay, Harold Lasky, on the other hand, okay, looked at the state as not an end in itself, but merely the means to an end. And that is why he actually says that the state exists to enable the mass of men to realize social good on the largest possible scale. Realize social good on the largest possible scale. What does that mean? It means that the state exists to enable men to at least realize the best in themselves. Okay, Lasky still continues to say that the state is there to help people to realize the best in themselves. Okay, the state is expected to provide rights such as the right to work, right to education, right to basic freedom of speech, basic freedom of speech, press, association, and religion, and also right to vote and be voted for. So the function of the state basically is to ensure that human beings actually attain the best they can attain within a particular society. The state exists to ensure that people actually get the best, get to the apogee of their lives, get that people are actually able to achieve their destinies, to achieve what they want to achieve within the society. The state should provide an enabling environment for people to thrive. Because where the state does not do that, it means the state does not have reason, of existence. That is why the government from time to time is actually challenged or criticized from various quarters, because the essence of government within a state is to serve as a machinery through which the purpose of human beings, of citizens within the state is actually achieved. So the Nigerian state, for example, is it really actually making you achieve what you want to achieve? Is it really helping people to actually attain their dream to their fullest capacity? Is the state providing greatest good for the greatest number of people within the country in Nigeria? These are questions. And this concept of Japa that a lot of people are actually, that is sweeping across the land, wouldn't have been there in the first instance if the state is actually providing the basic necessities of life, as well as providing the greatest good for the greatest number. Thank you very much.